Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to film my foundation, highlight, and contour routine. It was really fun, really easy. For the majority of it, I did use drugstore products. I absolutely love my drugstore product. Many times, okay, almost every single time my makeup is done, I'm wearing 85% drugstore products because it works awesome for me. I do have a lot of high-end stuff, but I don't know, some reason I just gravitate more towards drugstore product. I use a lot of that for my clients too, and they love it. They tell me how long their makeup lasts all night long, and it's just amazing. I use like all of my favorite things that I use every time I do my makeup on my face, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. You don't have to spend a fortune because high-end stuff is expensive, and in order for me to save money, and since I do people on a daily or weekly basis, I try to save money and buy things that work. And the way I feel about drugstore and high-end products, honestly, it doesn't matter how much you're spending a lot of the times. You just have to find stuff that really works for your skin, that makes your skin glow, makes it happy. For me, the stuff I use today is more on the matte side because I am oily. So that works amazing for me. Because when I tell people I'm oily, they always tell me I'm just trying to be in the oily group. But I do have really oily skin. If you see me all throughout the week with no makeup on, my skin is oily. And oil is good for the skin, so I don't really... It's not something I hate because it makes your skin look refreshed, younger, and just really healthy. But when I do wear my makeup, I don't like to be shiny because this is what the highlight's for. I don't need oils to be doing that. Plus, when you get a lot of oil on your skin after your makeup is done, it just tends to like make your makeup move, and nobody got time for that. I'm one of those people who, when I go out, I don't care enough to touch up my makeup because I want to have fun. You know, I've spent however long to stay here and do my makeup. When I go out, the last thing I want to do is be touching up my makeup. Even for lipstick, I try to find the most mattifying lipstick that I don't even have to touch. It will stay on when I eat. Obviously, I'm trying to be really careful when I'm eating, when I'm out, compared to when I'm home. Another story. I love drugstore, and it makes me so mad when I see people like bashing, oh, you got your makeup from Walmart, you got your makeup from Target. Like, honey, look at my face. I'm wearing all of drugstore makeup, and it looks this good, and they're always like, what, really? Just like, yeah, it's not MAC, it's not Tarte, it's not Urban Decay, it's not all these products, you know, it's drugstore, and it works phenomenal for me, and I love it. I'll obviously be showing you the products that I'm using throughout the video. Nothing tricky. You can easily find them at Walmart, Target, Ulta, CVS, Walgreens, pretty much anywhere, because obviously it's drugstore, so a lot of these things are easy to find, and these are some of my favorite things that I use all the time. So it's only right for me to come on here and show you guys that. If you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye, guys.
I'm starting off with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color 335, and I'm going to be using my beauty blender today to apply that foundation on my face. I am really in love with this foundation. I was watching someone's YouTube video a while back, and they were talking about their 5 favorite matte foundations, and this was one of them, and I went ahead to check it out, and I've just been hooked since then. Like, I haven't touched any of my other foundations that I have because I just love this stuff. Just the fact that it sits matte on my face, and like I said, my skin is oily, so that's really amazing. I do love to buff this out into my skin till it looks dry and matte, and there's no like excess liquid sticking out, so I just blend and buff that into my face further. And I make sure and get my hairline and all that stuff because I don't like that just looking like, you know, there's this line, and my hair is pretty dark, so it's important to get all those areas. And look how nice that turned out. I just love this foundation. And I always use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation as my concealer. From what I've learned with makeup is it's so much easier for me to use foundations as my concealer. And I do get my money worth for it because it lasts so much longer. I usually used to use the NARS concealer, and that was about $20-something. I don't know, I don't remember the price, but it just never seemed to last long enough, and it's just, I don't know, I felt like it was draining my pocket, and I wasn't getting much for my the money I spent on it. And normally when I conceal my face, I do my chin, forehead, line between my nose, around my mouth, and underneath my eyes. So that's what you're gonna see me doing here today. Coming in with my Band 9 powder in the color Banana, I'm going to use that to just put that right over everywhere I put that liquid concealer. And right now I'm just using my beauty blender to further blend underneath my eyes, because as soon as I put that concealer on, my eye starts to crease. So I always try to like blend it further more before I put the powder on. So I really have to do like some crazy looking eyes and keep my eyes open really wide, otherwise it's gonna crease. But once I put the banana powder underneath there, I don't even have to worry about that. Once I'm done fully blending under my eyes, then I move further down on my cheeks area. I do my forehead, between my nose, and underneath my chin, if I already said that. So pretty much everywhere that I concealed, that's where I'm going to be coming back in with that powder. Something that I really do a lot is put some powder around my mouth. I smile a lot, and before, when I just started getting into makeup, I used to have like really bad crease from smile lines, and I've noticed ever since I started putting powder on there and just blending around my mouth really well, because sometimes when you have too much foundation on there, it tends to crease even if you have powder on top. So I just have minimized how much foundation I'm putting around my mouth, and once I put that powder on, I smile all day all night, and that just stays on perfectly. And I always try to buff it out with this big brush, and yeah, and it just blends everything in nicely. And I use the L'Oreal Infallible foundation powder also to contour my face, and this is the darkest color, I believe Cocoa, but I'll be listing the names on the screen here so you guys can see. And I just like to just blend and contour the heck out of my face. Honestly, with contouring, it's completely up to you how much or how less you want to do. For me, I just keep adding until I'm fully satisfied with it. Sorry if you guys can hear free motorcycle. There's like a party going on outside right now. But yeah, I just blend and blend and blend till I'm completely satisfied with it. If you are one of those people like hardcore contouring, I said start little, add more as you go on. That's pretty much what I do, because I don't like to start out with way too much, because then you get that harsh line and it's so hard to blend out, and it just sucks. And I'm just using this brush, honestly, that I got from Sephora. It's one of the Sephora brushes. I'm not really sure what the number is, but it's really nice to contour your face with. I have a lot of different contour brushes. It just depends on which one I pick up the day I'm doing my makeup. So yeah, there goes my stupid looking mouth that I'm doing just to get that cheekbone perfect. And it may not look perfect right now, but I do a lot of blending, so everything will come together. And as you blend your contour, have a big buffing brush on the side just to buff out your face every time, because that's very important, and it just blends everything well. And just like I said, add more as you want, just like I'm doing on here. And as you're contouring, don't forget to snatch your nose. Honestly, just use the smallest amount of that brown contour shade as you can, because you don't want that crazy looking like dark line on your nose. And I naturally have pretty straight nose, but a little bit of snatching does not hurt nobody. And I just love the way it looks when you're done with it. Your nose just looks so much thinner, and it just sits really nice once you add your highlight on your nose. And it's always good to go underneath your chin area to just further buff that contour in, so everything just looks like it belongs there. And then I'm coming back in with my banana powder just to further define my contoured cheeks. And I do not bake. I don't know, I've never really liked baking. Every time I feel like I make the powder sit there, I tend to look ashy. So I usually just apply it and brush it right off. Like, I don't do the whole baking method. It hasn't worked for me, so this is what I do. I guess it's up to you if it works for you to continue to do it. If it doesn't, do what I do then. Now I'm using my e.l.f. blush palette, and I'm going to be using that darker color on the bottom. I really love this palette because it has 4 different colors. I'm missing one, of course, but I love that darker shade. It works for pretty much everyone with darker skin. It's just really nice. And I like to buff this on my cheek area a little bit on my forehead, but honestly it's just that excess product from the brush, so I'm not going in with full-on blush for my forehead area, on top of my nose, on my chin, just to add color to my face, because sometimes you tend to look pale after you conceal and powder, so I always love to do that. I'm going to be using my Kat Von D foundation, powder foundation here, and I'm just going to be applying that underneath that banana powder, because sometimes it tends to look ashy, and I do like to go in with that powder a little bit just to make that look more natural. And then I'm also going down to more define my contour as well, and I'm just applying really the tiniest amount of that stuff, so you can't even notice. I'm obviously feeling it. Yes, my contour is coming into place, and everything is just looking smooth and well blended and super flawless, and that's the look I always try to go for. And using my Becca highlight, I'm gonna be going ahead and highlighting the heck out of my face. I don't like too much highlight. I like that natural glow. Like, oh my gosh, you've been taking such good care of your skin. The color I'm using in this highlight is the Topaz color. I love this color. I don't know, I have like, I think 3 other Becca shades, but I always just use Topaz. And funny is the only palette or thingy I've dropped of the Becca highlight. But I just love it. It really gives me a really nice glowy skin, and it like does me justice to the full. I'm using my Milani Make It Last finishing spray. It's also a primer too, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that all over my face to make that makeup last. And yeah, this is the finishing touch, you guys. I hope you like this full face foundation highlight contour routine, and if you have further questions, leave that down below in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you on my next video.